Okay, kids, listen up. Today is the day we go find this crazy Bishop Darcy. Today is the day we get him. And we take him and we show him that I run this school. And we tell him that he is going to disappear. Okay, so my plan is to go and attack him in his class. So I'm going to go sneak up there again. And then we will go busting into the classroom and we will catch him. Okay, let's go. Come on.
Into our lessons, okay? Yeah, let's go to our math lessons and we'll try.
Hey, you crazy Bishop, yo!
Off the lever! Off the lever! Nine!
Help me, Herr, help me! What will he do? Help me! Herr, help me, please! Come here, you! I will get you!
Ungefähr ein bisschen Himmel. Dein Name wird geheiligt. Dein Reich komme. Dein Wille geschehe auf Herr, wie es im Himmel.
Good morning, 6th graders. Today we have lesson 8 in our math, and I have a chain around my neck. I'm not sure what it is, but it looked cool, so I put it on. Anyways, today we are learning about our formula for the area of a parallelogram, all right? So let's read at the top of our page on page 32. It says, you remember that a parallelogram is a quadrilateral whose opposite sides are parallel. Squares and rectangles are parallelograms because their opposite sides are parallel. But the following shape is also a parallelogram, all right? So if I were to take this and move it directly over here, notice our shape is still a parallelogram. If I can get that on there. Notice we have both these sides are still parallel and both of these sides are still parallel. So the height of a parallelogram is always perpendicular to its base. I just covered up our height, so I'm going to write it again. So the height when we're finding our area of our parallelogram is always perpendicular, so it's running up to our base, which is our bottom. To find the area of a parallelogram, we use the formula area equals our base times our height. All right, now the reason I wanted to do this was because you guys know what the formula for finding the formula for finding the area of a rectangle is, remember, it's simply our area equals length times our width, right? So, if you look at the box on the bottom of page 32, it explains how we did what I did up here on the board. It says if we cut off the end of a parallelogram and move it to the other side, it will become a square or a rectangle. So notice I had it over here, and it's our parallelogram, right? Right there. But if we cut off this half, and put it right over here, notice we have a perfect rectangle, all right? It will become a square or rectangle. The length of the rectangle down here is the same as our base of our parallelogram. The width of the rectangle is the same as the height of the parallelogram. So here's our width of our rectangle, and then here's our base of our parallelogram. Here is our width of our rectangle, and then here is our height of our parallelogram, all right? So that's why this formula works for finding the area of a parallelogram, all right? So let's do one up here on the board. Let's just do this example that I have right up here. It's a very simple formula, but remember the area of a parallelogram equals our base times our height. So our base here is going to be 10. Area equals 10 times our height, which is going to be 6 inches. And we simply have our area equals 60 inches. And remember, if we are finding the area of something, notice that little cloud there in the middle of page 32 under study these examples. Remember to give area in square units, all right? So we need to have our 2 to stand for our square, all right? That is our lesson for today. You guys have 2 stories at the top of page. Hey, come here. I have a guest that's going to be in our video that just popped in. Look who it is. It's Michaela. All right, so go ahead and do numbers 1 and 2 at the top of your page. And then you have 2 at the end of page 36 as well. And you guys are finishing your graph on the bottom of page 34. You guys, if you plan to draw a bar graph, follow those steps. If you plan to draw a pictograph, follow the steps on the right. If you have any questions on your graph, just message me or something like that, and I can get you a video call. All right, that is all for today's lesson, and I will see you guys later.